Good morning, everyone. Good morning, good morning, good morning. So glad that you're here. I'm glad to be here as well with you this morning on this Thursday on the Radke Show. I'm Melissa Radke. I had to think about what show I'm on. I'm on so many different shows. This is the Radke Show. I'm Melissa Radke. This is David Radke. Welcome, everybody. We missed you yesterday. I mean, I can't speak for them. They may not have missed you, but I had things to do when I was on the show. I had hats to wear, David, plates to spin. And I'll just tell you this, if you missed the show yesterday, then go back and rewatch it because you're going to want to really tune into those last 2 minutes when the camera battery died. And I didn't know what to do. So I just talked to everyone with it completely dark.
Did I'm surprised it did that. Although, you said I turned the camera on before I left, which was a while before the show. And you said you never turned it off until it went off.
Right.
But did the 4 batteries sitting on the edge of the table not?
David, I can't do it all. I can't do it all. Okay. I can't bring literally cutting edge news to them. Did Savannah Guthrie have to go and change out the batteries? No, she doesn't, because she's the face. She's the face that America looks at and trusts. And I don't feel like America will continue to trust me if I'm changing out batteries. I don't know why that is, but we did miss you. Y'all, you want to know something? David and I were just talking about this yesterday. So I know y'all probably think we don't got big plans for this show. And we're not entirely sure we do. But one of the plans that sometimes when we talk about, like maybe we could eventually kind of turn it into this, it would be without David here. Like that's kind of like one of the
options,
one of the thoughts that we kind of talk through. And it would be, I would still have a co-host, but it would be a friend of mine, a very, very dear friend of mine who y'all have never met her.
Not ever?
Never. She's never been on here ever.
Not on here. Yeah, you're on here. She's probably made an appearance on a couple of online videos here and there. She's very funny. What are y'all's thoughts on that? What are your thoughts on this eventually turning into something where this guy right here would not be here? Now, he would still be Gelman, like when you watch Mark and Kelly, Regis and Kelly, David and Kelly, Kelly and Ryan. Anyone else Kelly ran off?
Kelly'd be like J-Lo. She'd be running through them. Boy, J-Lo and Ben, I thought those kids were going to make it. We'll be back to that. But you know, Gelman talks to them from across the room. But what do you think about that? I would miss David, but you really have to have a co-host. I think what she's saying is, and you ain't got one right now. Is that what she's saying? They're saying they like female energy. I'm just going to tell you, her and I do really well together. I don't know what it would look like. We don't know. We're just brainstorming. What are we doing, David? We're spitballing. No, I would miss David. You know what? You'd be fine. You'd grow up and you go to Lowe's, get a ladder and get over it.
All right, Nettie.
That's what my mother used to say all the time. Go to Lowe's, Melissa, get a ladder and get over it.
And we may not do that. It may end up being a different thing.
I will tell you this. If it was just female energy, then I could not ask this question, which needs to be asked to a man specifically. And that is this. I don't really know how behind I am on this news story. I've just recently come across it, so I have to think it's happened within the last couple of weeks. But David, have you heard about the Alabama high school football coach?
don't guess so.
Okay. You're going to say where in Alabama, as if that matters. I don't know.
Well, people from Alabama wouldn't say that.
They wouldn't say what?
Well, because they feel there is a difference in Alabama and what a lot of them refer to as L.A.
Lower Alabama?
Lower Alabama.
You just made that up. Did you just make that up?
No, I have a very dear friend from Alabama, actually from Lower Alabama, and he moved to, I guess, upper Alabama.
He moved to the high-class town of Tuscaloosa. That's true, and he called it L.A.?
Yeah.
That's funny. Okay, it doesn't matter. Anyway, a high school football coach recently got in trouble for being super aggressive. There were 2 videos in particular.
I may have seen this.
One of them is of him running as fast as he could in a practice. All the guys are standing there in their helmets and pads. He runs as fast as he can. I mean, and he just sucker punches a kid. This is a huge kid, knocks him down, helmet goes rolling.
So he didn't punch. You said sucker punch.
I'm sorry.
He broke his fist if he sucker punched him.
Oh, the radio host actually used the phrase sucker punch. I assumed sucker punch meant just like coming up from beside somebody and like.
He must have been just using a general term, not where he hit him when he wasn't expecting it. But sucker punch is literally hitting someone in the face when they're not expecting it.
I did not know that. Yeah. Okay. But he just railroads him. Does that mean something technical that I don't know about? Don't tell me. Anyway, but the other one is when the kids they've just made a play and he didn't like how the play went. So he goes up to one of the boys and shoves his head in his crotch and and then goes like this. You can't see it. What I'm doing is a pelvic. I'm doing a pelvic thrust right here. Okay. He does the Elvis on him, David.
Well, it's called the LA gyrate.
The Lower Alabama gyrate? David, I need to know your thoughts on this because I watched several interviews with different men and let's just say I need your take on it.
It's funny as a father, I view it differently than when I played sports. I had coaches that they never gyrated on me, thankfully. But they threw things at me. I had one coach that he never smoked a cigar. He would chew on it. And when he would get mad, he would throw it in your face.
Classy.
So from my personal experience, I go, I'm not endorsing that or saying that's fine, but it is, especially football, not even just sports in general, but it is part of, kind of football culture, at least when I was growing up. Mm-hmm. As a father, if someone gyrated on Rocco, he would get a sucker punch. He would get a literal.
It was going like this.
He would get a literal sucker punch.
You got jail. You just said suckle.
A suckle punch. A suckle punch. That's when you go.
Okay,
So anyway, I would definitely not condone it. But yeah, I mean, I have been grabbed by coaches. I don't know if I've ever been sucker, but I've probably
have you been gyrated on?
No, I said I've not been gyrated on. But yeah, I don't know if I think I saw that video. Probably not. That was pretty aggressive. When he shoved him down, I'm sure I've been standing there and a coach has shoved me down. Mm-hmm. And for me, it's part of the sport. They're trying to get more out of you, mm-hmm. But one, I think we've learned that you can get more out of people without just yelling and screaming and throwing things.
You're going to get more with honey than vinegar, is what my mother says.
But if it was my child.
Well, the parents are suing.
I would too.
The parents are suing the school, and the coach lost his job. And a lot of people have come out and said, I played for him and he was great. He is a great coach. Does he do those kind of things? Yes. Is there worse in the locker rooms? Absolutely. A lot of his boys who are in college now have come out and said, guys, I know that is inappropriate for an adult to do, but if you think that's the worst thing that happens to us, you ain't been in a locker room with your peers. Like that's what a lot of them are saying.
What the upperclassmen do to the underclassmen, the younger, like freshmen and sophomore.
Yeah.
It is.
But the radio host that I was listening to, they were still like, that's uncalled for. As an adult male, he should know better. He should lose his job. And so I just wondered what you thought about it. And it leads us into.
Well, let me say this, because somebody asked if Rocco played football. Rocco played 2 years of football.
He was little. He played pee-wee football.
He was very little. In flag football, he was very frustrated because he was actually pretty good. But anytime he stiff-armed someone, they would take his touchdown off the scoreboard because you're not allowed to stiff-arm in flag football.
But in fairness, that's how I punish here at the house. I stiff-arm.
So, but he did play the next year. He wasn't, I noticed that he would run full speed to tackle somebody, and at that last second, he'd kind of let up a little bit. Rocco was he still is, but he was a crazy, kind, and gentle kid. So he didn't want to hurt somebody. And you need to kind of have a little bit of, you need to get some aggression out if you want to play football. So no, he does not play football. He then played baseball and basketball for several years, was good at basketball, was very good at baseball. And I'm telling you, the reason why he is not playing either one of those sports in high school, he's doing great. He's made the varsity tennis team this year. He's doing great. But the reason he does not play baseball and basketball is the locker room. Mm-hmm. Nothing happened to him.
But he saw stuff.
But even in junior high, he saw things, or the conversations on the buses on the way home, those kind of things. And
it scared him.
And he was just like, that's just not who he was raised to be. That's not what he's comfortable with. And so he does not play those two sports in particular because of what he knows goes on in the locker room.
But he did hear stories, and he's like, I'm not doing that in high school. But you know, we're so proud of him. We're so proud of him. He has had a lot of trouble the last week and a half, you guys, 2 weeks, however long he's been in school, with his schedule. And they finally got it figured out yesterday. So we got an email, David did, because the school has been trying to figure out his schedule, take him out of this class. What happened was they had him in a class he'd already taken. And it literally threw everything out of whack. So they called him to the counselor's office yesterday, and he was sitting with two counselors, two middle-aged ladies who were trying to work out his schedule while he sat in front of them. And one of them took the time to email us and say, because they can't use their phones at the high school this year, so she couldn't text us. We are sitting in front of your son trying to work out his schedule, and we have never laughed so hard. This kid is cracking us up. We read it. We like, oh, good. Yeah, he's funny, whatever. Okay. 30 minutes later, well, we got it worked out. Rocco has now picked an elective that he seems to be happy with. Don't get me wrong. He went through a myriad of electives and they weren't available. They were full. But he did finally land on one, and we've got everything worked out.
I do feel bad. I want to say it was like 5 different classes
that he tried to get in.
That he was kind of excited about, and they were either full or whatever.
Look, Hudson High School, we love our school, but it's not like your Katy schools, right? Where your electives are drone flying, helicopter repair, Swedish basket weaving. It's not like that. We don't have all those. We got audio, visual, esports, and I mean, like we got like 3.
They've got a few. They've got a few more than
But
that.
tell them where Rocco ended up, and he's very happy.
But anyway, so he tried, and I'm sure he's communicating with his friends at the same time trying to figure this out, because it has been a couple of days. And so finally yesterday they said, we have found a class for Rocco. He's actually excited about it, so I think we're all good. Rocco is taking floral design. Now
Floral design.
now here's the thing. When I was in school, I took 2 classes intentionally thinking it's just going to be me and a bunch of girls.
Oh, Lord.
It was sewing. I don't know if it was called something else, but I took a sewing class. I was the only guy in there. And then I took typing, there was more guys in there than I thought. So I get taking a class like that, but
Please tell them how you replied, what you replied.
my reply to the counselor was floral design, but he already has a girlfriend.
David wrote back, why? He already has a girlfriend. Because it's a class full of girls. So they tell us he's decided on floral design. David sends that funny reply back, and he and I have a good laugh. The second we were done laughing that Radke Radke was going to take floral design, I looked at David and I go, this ain't going to go over well with ye old girlfriend. And we just knew. See, she goes to another school, but she ain't no dummy. She's smart as can be. She knows that boy picked that class because it is full of women. That's why he picked it. If you all think that there might be a bone in his body that can design a floral, you are wrong.
He's not going to be able to. I hope he doesn't fail the class, because Rocco doesn't. We've not seen a lot of creativity. Like sometimes Remy will draw something and we're like, what in the world? Like it's a really good drawing, and neither one of us can draw, so we're amazed at that. But he's never shown any creative things like that. Even like with all the stuff that we do, there's not that kind of creative side. Mm-hmm. So I don't know how he's going to thrive in there.
David, on the first day of school, when I wanted to take a picture of him, I said, stand in front of my pretty flowers. And he leaned down and he picked up 4 of the longest weeds in my front yard and held them and said, I got your florals right here. Okay, that was the first day of school.
We should have taken that as a sign.
Well, I did take a picture.
He was designing.
He was designing
right then,
y'all.
We got to send that picture. We got to send that picture in. He actually ended up deciding on that class because one of his good buddies, who no doubt took the class just for the girls, 100%. One of his good buddies is in the class, and he knew that, and he's like, yeah, we'll have fun in there. And so yesterday was his first day, and he goes, oh yeah, we were in there, and the whole class had to rearrange because I wanted to sit with my buddy and sit over here or whatever. And he said, I'm already cooking.
And we're like, it's not home economics, Rocco. He's like, I cook. Nope. Yesterday we had to come up with a floral delivery company. And I'm gonna tell you what, my ideas were cooked. They were cooked. I'm like, don't you know that kid walked into that class late and the teacher just went, oh, no. I mean, she had the worst day.
Although I have to say, I don't think, unless I'm forgetting, there's been a few, not a whole lot, there's been a couple of teachers throughout Remy's education that they have just not clicked. I don't think Rocco has ever had a teacher that hasn't liked him.
Remy's more like me. I'm not for everybody.
Let's guess who Rocco's like. But I don't think so. So he's liable to go in there and be like the, teacher's pet, and she'll think he's funny. And
I know Chris Young, bless her. You can tell she doesn't have children. She just said, I can't even believe they have a class like that. I mean, what about like home management or cursive writing or something more useful for becoming an adult?
I'm sorry. Cursive writing?
First of all, cursive writing, damned. Nobody does it anymore.
I think cursive writing's been out.
Chris, why?
There's no home.
Why
management.
would we put kids into society knowing how to do their taxes or change a flat tire? That's not what we're producing. We're producing kids who can do trigonometry. Okay? Because I don't know if you've driven around town and even looked, but there's trigomarkets everywhere. There's trigonoma markets, okay, where people need to know how to do it. So back off, Chris. All right. I thought y'all would enjoy that little story. Today is Thursday Things, and I do have some things to show you a little bit different than what I've done before, but hey, every week is different. And I want to start this week. I've got 4 specific things. maybe only three things that I want to show you. And I want you to know that if I show it to you, like, don't tune out because it doesn't apply to you. It won't look good on you. I don't use that. That's a color I'd never wear. Christmas is coming up. Let's just put it that way. Christmas is coming up. End of season sales are coming up. And the first thing I want to show you.
Can I get a clean cut?
Mm-hmm. The first thing that I want to show you for today's Thursday things might not be something you could wear. God knows it's not something I could wear, but maybe your granddaughter can, your daughter can. Maybe your girl is going to need something for banquets that happen, athletic banquets that happen at school at the end of the year. If so, this is a dress that Remy recently purchased off of Amazon. And I want to show you the actual dress before I show you Remy in the dress. So here is a picture of the actual dress. Take a look at your screen right now. We came across this dress, you guys, and it has that bubble dress look of the 90s. Do y'all remember early 90s when bubble dresses were in? It's not as poofy as that, but it does kind of gather in that way. And what I loved about this dress, shockingly, she chose pink. I was stunned, but it comes in black, it comes in white, it even comes in two-tone. And I think one of my favorites was where the bandeau top was khaki and the bottom of the skirt was black. That was really, really cute. It's on Amazon right now. The price is really low. It's an adorable, adorable dress. And I showed her when she put it on, when she tried it on, I said, you can flounce it, Remy, flounce it, get it to puff up a little bit. And of course she didn't.
I'm sorry. I would rather Remy not flounce. I'm not for sure.
Flounce it.
I'm not sure.
Let it flounce.
I'm not sure what that means, but I would not like Remy to flounce.
Well, here is a picture of Remy in it. And of course, I think it's an adorable picture. She was out with her girlfriends. This was when she was in Cancun with two of her very best friends. She's in the middle. Unfortunately, I could not get the picture to show. It wasn't a whole body shot. She ended up wearing little high top tennis shoes that have little butterflies all over them with that. And it just was so cute. I absolutely loved it. So she chose the pink, but again, there are several different colors. I think there's purple. I think there's red. And it's a really cute dress for a really great price. So if you're looking for something for end of summer, still got a couple of things, still got a couple of weddings, still got a couple of little backyard barbecues you've got to go to for your daughter, for your granddaughter, for your little sister. That's the one right there. Really cute.
All of these items are listed in the copy above with a link, as well as in the comments if you're watching live.
It freaks me out a little bit when you talk like that. All right. Moving right along. Any questions on that one? Okay. Moving right along. I always wanted to be able to wear one in the night. Girl, you could have worn one in the 90s, and it's not too late now. Get you one of those. All right.
Most places it's still in the 90s. I mean, it's like,
oh my gosh,
it was 98, 99 degrees.
No dad jokes.
No.
The next thing I wanted to show you guys is one of my favorite purchases from the summer. One of my favorite things. And every single time I wore these in a video, which wasn't often, and it always tended to be like my Insta stories. I would wear them in the videos because I do Insta stories a lot when I'm driving. Every single time people would say, where did you get them? Where did you get them? And there were a pair of sunglasses that I got from Amazon at the beginning of the summer. Are you showing that picture already? Mm-hmm. This little tiny little butthole stole them and took them to Mexico and sent me this picture to let me know that she had taken them. But this, I said, hey, do you think I could borrow my sunglasses for tomorrow? This is the pair of sunglasses right here. Back to me, David. Back to me. Okay. This is the pair of sunglasses. I absolutely love them. They are, first of all, they're the kind that don't catch in your hair, which is a plus. They fit to the face so good. They're really light. They sit lightly on the nose. But here's what's so great about them. This is the light brown or gold with the brown gradient. You guys, you should see the options. They've got blue with pink lens. Since she's taken these, I'm getting the light green with the pink gradient. It's so pretty. They have so many options, and they're a really great price. So tons of different colors, a really good price. We're providing you the link right now. The link will also go out in today's email for my Thursday Things lovers. I send out an email every Thursday with things that I'm loving, and these I am loving. And the fact that Remy Radke took these to Mexico and wears them every single day in her car, keeps them in her car, and they are not broken. I honestly thought I would put them on and they would sit like this on my face. That's what I thought. I thought these have been sat on so many times. They have held up amazingly well. I absolutely love these, and you will not be disappointed. So I wanted to show these to y'all.
Very nice. I would like to go back on something that I said I don't want Remy flouncing.
Ow, we almost got my finger.
Little did I know, to flounce means to move impatiently or angrily. So Remy has been flouncing all of her live
I
long
know.
days.
She's been flouncing forever. She's a forever flouncer, but I wanted her to flounce that dress up. Somebody just looked these glasses up. They are $12.99. They are $12.99 on Amazon right now. If that's not a price you can get behind, I don't think we can be friends. I mean, that is a really, really great price. They are 35% off. Dang it, I wish I'd put that in my email. I didn't know that. They are 35% off right now. So everybody go grab you some. You guys, the last thing that I am loving this week is, so here's the deal. We went to Costco last week. I bought a ton of after school snacks. Okay. I know what the kids like. We got granola bars. We got Pringles. We got Rice Krispie treats. But I wanted to have something that was in the fridge that they could just open up and grab one. And for me, for us, there is nothing better than these bowls. I know everybody knows what these are. Okay, I'm not I know I'm not reinventing the wheel here. I get that.
But do they know how happy they make you? Look at how
I just finished and they came out really beautifully and
look
round.
at how happy.
Look, you guys, these are I think online they call them you can either call them protein bars, protein balls, energy balls, whatever. But there are several different variations. I've linked today the recipe that I use, but here's the deal. Her recipe is a little precious for me. Like when she says, use, instead of peanut butter, use nut butter. No, I'm going to use peanut butter. I want them to taste good. She's like, as far as your protein, make sure it's a whey protein. Girl, it's whatever is in my counter. Okay. It's whatever's in my cabinet. At this point in making them, I didn't look at a recipe and I didn't measure a thing. I just get out a mixing bowl. I pour my oats in there. I didn't have any, I only had quick cook oats, and that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all what kind of oats you use. Okay. I poured my oats in. I put a buttload of peanut butter, honey, and then, whey protein, the protein that I had, which was vanilla. I've used vanilla and chocolate. I mixed, and when it got really hard to mix, I added some water. I formed them in these balls. Oh, I'm sorry. And chocolate chips, which you can use Lily's sugar-free chocolate chips, or you can use semi-sweet by Nestle. What do you think your girl used? Okay. I rolled them into a ball, put them on some parchment paper on a cookie sheet, stuck them in the freezer. They froze in this position. And then I put them in here and we put them in the fridge. I made 2 dozen. So 12 of them are in the freezer and will remain there until we finish this. And here are the rest of these. And you just keep them in the fridge, not because they're going to go bad, but because it just helps them retain their shape.
Did you say how many protein are in each one? Or did you figure that out?
I'm not doing all that.
Okay. The link also, the Eating Bird Food is the name of the website or the lady or whatever she goes by. But she does have a couple of different options too. So if you have tried these and want to try some different varieties, there are chocolate peanut butter, cinnamon raisin, almond joy, and my favorite, just for saying it, is tahini chocolate chip.
Okay. One of my favorite cookies are the no-bake oatmeal cookies. And that's why I like these so much. They're just a little healthier. They've got the honey in them and the protein, but they're going to give you energy. They're going to keep you full. And I just really like the taste of the no-bake oatmeal cookie. So if that's one of your favorite cookies, like it is mine, you will really, really like these. I like them. They're a great after-school snack. Kids just go in and open up the fridge and grab you one. You don't have to have kids to eat these. Okay? Okay. That's it for me today.
Very nice. Hey,
like?
again,
Show people that you like them. David, it's not appropriate.
It is appropriate. I actually had 2 last night or 2 yesterday, so they're very, very good. I did want to mention again that all of the faves by Melissa are listed in the copy with the links
Can
as
you
well.
Scroll down on their comments,
as well as if you're watching live, you can see them as well too.
You see the white thing? Just scroll it down.
Like that? That's
okay. Never mind. It's okay. Okay.
I don't know what I did.
Okay, it's okay.
Okay.
Was that it?
Yeah. Oh, there it is. Sorry.
Okay, we knew we were missing some. There they all come. All right. Peanut butter is nut butter. No, I think she's talking like what nut butter, like you would like healthy stuff.
Stephanie says that she likes chia seeds and flax seeds in hers. That would give you some more fiber, right? And I don't know.
Yeah, but do they
protein,
taste? Do they have a taste? Like, I don't want to taste a different. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm reading all these comments. It is a legume. Okay. You know what? I need everybody to back off. Okay.
Yeah. So, anyway, yeah.
Oh, good.
Just as a shout out from, I think it was last week's faves by Melissa, was Lynn. Sorry, I couldn't hardly see that. She received her mukluk set yesterday, and she loves it.
I'm telling you, girl, I did a live on Tuesday night, and a woman said, I ordered those mukluks because of you, and I want you to know I absolutely love them and will be getting more. I'm telling you, you can't ever tell what is going to work on people, like as far as they're just going to fall in love with, I guess you should say. But a lounge set, I have yet to meet a woman who doesn't like a good lounge set, who doesn't want to come home and get comfy. And those are the best I have tried. The best I have tried. So,
they're very good. So.
Glad y'all like them.
Thank y'all for hanging out with us for a little while.
That's right. Thanks for hanging out. And don't think I couldn't do this show without him. I absolutely could.
You could.
It would be terrible.
It'd be black. It'd be a black screen.
It'd be a black screen the entire time, but we could make it work if we had to. But I know y'all love David almost as much as I do. Now listen, as normal, we will not be here on Fridays. Okay, we don't do Fridays, but we actually won't be here. We will be here on Monday. We will be here on Monday.
We'll be. What do they say? Coming in on skids or something like that.
That's right. Hang with us. We have an appointment at 8:00, and we're going to be coming in on 2 wheels at 8:30. But we will be here. But we won't be here on Tuesday. It's our 30th wedding anniversary. We're going to take the day. We're going to take the day, the whole day. But we will be here on Monday, and we will see you then. So have a wonderful, wonderful weekend.
We'll let you fill up your feeds on Facebook and Instagram, TikTok, wherever you spend your time. We'll let you fill up your feeds with videos, tagging, and adoring us.
Love y'all.
See
Bye.
ya.